Chapter 5 is called What a Picture and What a Photograph. That's taken from a musical. I think it was Tommy Steele who sang that in a musical, and it relates to the imaging technologies that I used in the bulk of my mass MyTech business. We had a presentation services business that primarily made business presentations for corporate clients, but we also got involved in camera technologies, and the camera that I'm holding now was the forerunner of today's modern digital cameras. It was an electronic camera, but it was not digital, it was analog, and it stored pictures on a little disc inside, a mini disc inside the camera. So I'm now going to read a little extract from chapter 5. And it starts with the story about the Canon Iron still video camera. It was around 1990 that we acquired our first electronic camera, the forerunner of today's digital cameras. It was actually technically an analog camera that saved still images on small discs in what today would be regarded as an abysmally poor resolution of about 320 pixels by 200. And this camera had a video output lead that could be plugged into either a TV or a video capture card on a PC. And it was very primitive, and in the very early days of tools to capture and manipulate video on a desktop computer. We'd already acquired video capture and video output cards from Targa for our own experimentation, and we began to explore the early use of animation with products such as Autodesk Animator. And it was this, albeit limited, experience that got us an early commission with Rolls-Royce Aero Engines in Derby. They'd seen the potential of computer graphics and animation for their training activities, and it had developed an animation to illustrate the procedures involved in replacing a faulty aero engine in a location without permanent maintenance facilities. And their animation showed the plane landing and jig assembled under the wing, holding the faulty engine, and eventually the replacement engine being wheeled into place before seeing the plane take off. And this was really pushing the boundaries of animation software, but they hired us to transfer the animation that they created onto VHS tape. Now, in 1992, Kodak introduced a new technology called photo CD, which significantly enhanced our ability to be able to digitize photographs for use in presentations. Now, there were very early desktop scanners in those days, and we'd already acquired a flatbed scanner capable of scanning at up to 2,400 pixels per inch, but the photo CD service offered a far better results. And these days, because before any kind of viable digital camera, this service was a major improvement. And I first saw it advertised in a national newspaper that announced that the very first place to offer this in the UK would be Selfridge's store on Oxford Street in London. And so I wasted no time in taking some photographs with my 35mm camera, catching the train with my undeveloped film cassette in my pocket, and the turnaround time was about a week. So I went to collect my very first photo CD disc the following week, and I was delighted by the results. All of our computers had CD-ROM drives by this time, and this new service offered many possibilities. And it wasn't long before the availability of this service reached Leicester. So then we were able to go to the nearest Jessup retail store outlet on Hinckley Road. So that's where photography and my love of video and photographs started in around 1990. And of course today we have much more sophisticated cameras, including the one that I'm using to record this virtual reality video.